Welcome back to The Five. Well, the Occupy Wall Street protests are still going strong here in New York City, and they're building across the country. So right now there's a big march in Lower Manhattan, and donations have been pouring in from across the world, actually. I think $35,000. They got some international money. Union leaders are now getting involved. Michael Moore's making comments about it, and some Democratic leaders, like Carolyn Maloney here in New York, are jumping on the bandwagon. Also, Senator Russ Feingold has endorsed the movement. You know what, Greg? It reminds me a little bit of Greece. Everyone kept saying, are we the next Greece?
Yeah.
Greece was either a bunch of union employees that were disgruntled, or it was a bunch of anarchists that were out there, and they were blaming Wall Street for getting them in a bad deal, actually Goldman Sachs. So is this Greece?
No, here's what's really nauseating. If you read the AP article on the event, they actually compared it to the Vietnam protests, the 60s, the revolution, the sexual revolution. They never said anything as complimentary about the Tea Party. And I want to be clear about the Wall Street protests. These people are in favor of the administration. They are not giving it to the man. They are the man. That's the joke.
Hey, listen, you're just...
I'm so right on this, Bob. I can't help it.
You're so on this Tea Party thing. I mean, you got to stop. You're getting sick with
No, because they were comparing this. They were saying this is organic.
We're not
Tea Party is organic.
You know, we're not
this is
Greece.
manufactured.
No, because everybody who ever worked in Greece came here and started a diner. And that's why all the entrepreneurs left.
I wouldn't say everyone. The hard-working ones, like my dad, left.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Can we point something out?
Sure, go ahead.
There's another group. I mean, you want to focus on the Wall Street protesters, all the whack jobs like Michael Moore.
What whack jobs?
Michael Moore, Oberman, Rachel Maddow, Trump.
You been to a Tea Party meeting?
The rest of the leftist, Marxist, communists that are putting these people up on a shrine. But there are the people involved. They're blocking traffic. People are trying to go to work. People have families. They have kids.
They're disruptive.
They have
They're
to
not
go
constructive.
To work, earn a living, and put their
Tea parties are constructive.
Dana,
these are disruptive.
Absolutely.
Dana, one of the signs I saw was a woman holding up that said, honk if you have student loans. Did anyone tell those protesters that, unlike Cylindra, they actually have to pay back their student loans?
What I don't understand and what they don't understand is what do they want? I mean, they want a different system. Well, there are places in the world that have different systems, and they're welcome to emigrate to those if they want.
What they want is, and let me just say, I'm sorry I couldn't get down today, but I was asked not to go. I won't get into the details of it.
I bet they're
But what they want is some of these people who put this country...
You would be driven down there in a limo.
You would have fit in perfectly.
Excuse me. They want the people that were responsible for taking this country under to go to jail, and they're down there. They don't drive through to take care of their kids.
You would have taken a town car. You would have taken a town car down there.
I have no problem with taking a town car down there.
Honk if you have student loans does not say send a banker to jail.
By the way, they're telling the students to not go to school as a sign of protest. So while they're paying these student loans, they're not actually going to school.
Oh, I know all the Tea Party people are, right?
We have their leader, Michael Moore. Take a listen. He'll tell you what they're angry about.
They're kleptomaniacs is what they are. They're out of control. I think it really is some kind of a sociopathic illness, and they now want us to live in a kleptocracy where the kleptomaniacs run the show.
They don't know. All of them, Moore, Oberman, Maddow, these groups, they don't want any ocracy. They want an ism. They want a communism or a Marxism. That's what they want, where everyone has the same thing, where the government oversees all things.
Like, what are they going to get?
What was the first word you used? Ocracy?
Yeah, he said a kleptocracy. I said that's not what they're protesting for. They don't want ocracy as in democracy. They want an ism as in socialism or Marxism.
Do you wonder why this is taking place all across the country now? This thing you said was going to go nowhere. Now in virtually every city in this country now has a protest today.
Protesting what?
Protesting these bums who should be in jail for doing what they did to us.
Can I make one more distinction that you probably will not disagree with? The reason why the Tea Partiers were more successful, and in fact they got a permit while these guys got patchouli, is because Tea Party people generally are older. No, I'm saying they are older, therefore they're more established. Patchouli is this smelly,
stinky perfume the hippies wear.
The Tea Party is older. They're all waiting for their tea times and before they go to
But the responsible
protest.
people, these people don't.
Why are you saying they're not
responsible?
responsible?
They've never seen a W-2 form.
That's
these guys.
ridiculous.
They've never seen.
Why are you saying these people are not responsible? That's absurd. And the Tea Party
and they want to get arrested. They want to get arrested. They want to get cops on film so they can sue them.
Buffon.
It's true.
And when they get arrested, then no one will ever hire them again, and then we can pay for their unemployment for the rest of our lives.
By the way, the Tea Party doesn't block traffic and obstruct businesses and basically take people out of normal living.
They obstructed me down in the mall.
A Tea Party?
Yeah.
Now, isn't Michael Moore the same Hollywood celebrity that sued for profits for his film?
Yeah. Well, he made.
I'll tell you one thing. Somebody
and just last week, he was down in the East Village and he was rallying. He was trying to get everyone to protest this bookstore down in the East Village. Why doesn't, if he's so generous, why doesn't he cut a check to save this?
I'll tell you one thing. Somebody's got to give him some advice on hats, though, man. I mean, have you noticed every one of his hats?
Yeah.
Just ugly. But he's done some wonderful things. He did 9/11. He did the.
He was behind 9/11.
No, is that a conspiracy we're starting? No, remember Chasing Roger, whatever his name was. That
whatever. These movies are terrible, Bob.
They're terrible.
These protesters are suing the city now. That's what it's about.
Good.
What? Why is it good?
Because the city.
They want money.
Because they arrested a mass arrest by a bunch of people who shouldn't have been arrested. That's right.
They wanted to be arrested.
Oh, that's right. Let's support. I support my local police. That's what you say, right?
Of course.
Whistle?
All right, we got to go. You can give wardrobe consultations more during the break. Well, you can't miss this next segment. A body language expert is going to analyze us on the 5. I cannot wait to hear what she says about you, Bob. We'll be right back.
How do we get this?